some voiceovers. This is a trend going around Instagram a lot. The 6 Fanarts challenge. And I wanted to have a go at it. So here are 6 characters and my attempt at recreating them in my style. First up here, I don't know if I'm going to say her name right. I'm not familiar with the source material. Cetus Chris, I think. I have no idea. She's from an anime / manga from what I've researched. Called, what's it called? The Lost Canvas or something? It's not something that I'm familiar with. She was probably the most complicated character that I got suggested. But I had some good source images to use as reference. I think that her design is pretty interesting. She's got some cool armor, which is something that I don't draw very often, and usually I don't enjoy drawing it, but this round I found it really entertaining. She isn't my favorite of the characters that I drew, but we'll think of her as a warm-up thing. I really liked her headpiece that she wore. I think the armor was probably my favorite part of this. I do really like her color scheme. But yeah, so that was fun. I can't really say much about it because I don't have any experience with this character. So I'll let the music play for a little bit, and then we'll talk about the next one. Alright, here's the second character that I did. I'm much more familiar with this one than the last one. His name is Kappa, and he's from a webtoon called Castle Swimmer, by Wendy Martin Liu, I believe is her name. So check that out on webtoon. I read the entirety of what exists of it. Currently it's unfinished. And one night, while I was having trouble sleeping, and I'm so glad that I did. It's one of my favorite webtoons and stories in general, and I think that Kappa is adorable. And Castle Swimmer's about Kappa, who is like a prophesized character, and Siren, who's the prince of the Shark Kingdom, and they meet through some interesting circumstances, and it's about, sort of from what I can tell, at least my inference from it, is that it's sort of about deciding your own fate, and there's a lot of lying and plot twists that go on, and the characters are just so lovable, and somehow the webtoon manages to be super deep and also adorable and hilarious all at the same time, and that is something that I can really appreciate. But Kappa was fun to draw. He has a simple color scheme, and the gold scales were really fun to draw. He's kind of getting me warmed up for Mermaid as well. I did this last month, so I'm working on some Mermaid pieces now. Something that I learned a while ago was to shade in, like when you're shading, when you first learn, you'll usually just pick a darker shade of the base color, but with digital art, it's fun to choose an entirely different color, sometimes purple or green, and put it on a multiply layer, or any color. You can try stuff out, and that works really well. I've been really obsessed with the ad. It's called Ad, like a layer mask called Ad, which makes these like shiny things, and I really love it. But yeah, so here's Kappa. Right, third character we have. This is Kaz Brecker from the masterpiece that is Six of Crows. Six of Crows is a book series by Leigh Bardugo. There are 2 books in this series, but a couple other books in this world. Kaz is featured in Six of Crows, and the second book after Six of Crows, called Crooked Kingdom. This is one of my favorite book series of all time, and I highly recommend it, especially if you like dark, sort of gritty, gang, fantasy aesthetics. Kaz was an interesting one to do because I don't really have any visual reference. All I went from was book descriptions. He's a part of a gang. I'm pretty sure he's the leader of this. I haven't read the book in a while. But yeah, he's one of my favorite characters from one of my favorite series? Who knows? Anyways, next up we have Spider-Man, specifically Tom Holland's rendition. I feel like we've all sort of adopted the Tom Holland Spider-Man as our favorite, though I still, like the Tobey Maguire rendition of Spider-Man is still, for a while was what I thought of initially when I thought of Spider-Man. But he is very wholesome. We have him here. I thought the lines on his suit were gonna be a pain to do, but they were actually pretty simple. I don't really know what this pose is. He was supposed to be waving, but that didn't really work out. Oh, so this one's kind of a weird one. But we have Johann Sebastian Bach. He's the only real person that I did for any of these. I did 2 charts, and I kind of fudged it on him. I had like 3 reference pictures, and they were all kind of shoddily done paintings. Well, there were a couple that were good, but it's just the classic paintings we've seen of Bach. He looks a bit like a maggot, and this, not gonna lie, I've done him wrong, but it was fun to do the quote, "Don't bother understanding it." It's sort of like it's an inside joke between my friends and I. But yeah, here's Bach. I don't have much to say about him. Here we are coming up to our last character. It's going to be Hey Hey, the chicken from Moana. Moana, I think, would be one of my top princess movies. And we have Hey Hey. Hey Hey was actually really fun to do. I can't say I've drawn many chickens in my lifetime. Hey Hey's rather skinny compared to what chickens we generally see, which are the farm-fed ones. But all of the colors are really fun to play with, and I really enjoyed drawing Hey Hey. I can't say that I have a deep connection with the chicken, except maybe I shared a sense of extreme anxiety and insanity, but it was fun. So thank you for listening to this rambly little shamble of a video. Hope you're doing well.